Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for being here. Thank you for making it. My name is Anya Braun, this is my channel, and today we're going to be doing my final thoughts of MAFS Season 12. Okay, if you don't know, MAFS stands for Married at First Sight, a show that's been going on for 12 plus seasons. They've got spin-offs, they've got all kinds of stuff. It's a matchmaking show. If you're here, you probably already know the whole deal and what we're about to talk about today. If you haven't already though, I will preface this by saying I did make a halfway mark video, okay, where we went over all the things that have happened up until halfway in the season. I will link that below so you can go check that out if you didn't already see it. We talk a lot about the same stuff we're going to talk about here today. Now, if you are not already subscribed, make sure that you hit that subscribe button. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back. I love your hair. And make sure to like this video if you want to see more videos like it, and leave a comment. Let me know what your thoughts are about this season, about this, not only the decision day, but also both parts of the reunion, because that's what we're going to go all the way through today. I made sure that we were all the way through past the season is complete, finito. How do you say that? Finito? I think so. Why do I say something wrong like every video? Anyway, so that's what we're going to be doing. So we're just going to get right into the point here. I've got my little notepad, and let's see. We're going to start off with the elephant in the room, like I like to do, with Chris and Paige. Okay, first of all, I'd like to say, Paige, you're a queen. I love you. I said in my last video, as a disclaimer, I will not be cyberbullying Chris. However, after much deliberation, I have come to retract that statement. Therefore, I would like to point out my two favorite re-highlighted quotes from Chris himself, which include but are not limited to, quote, "I wasn't attracted to the face," end quote, and using the, quote, "white queens." I feel like those are just two really good highlights to just say everything that we need to know about this man's character, okay? And we're going to get into the whole deal. I mean, let's just start with my overview, and then we'll talk about him and then his fucking pastor and all that, because what? I think that we all went through a phase of watching Paige and feeling like, girl, what is you doing? Like, why would you even try and stay with him after all of this bullshit? And I understand she was dedicated to the process. She was dedicated to this whole thing, etc., etc. Except for, I feel bad for her. We all felt bad for her. She did not ask for this. She was fully just thrown to the fucking wolves, which is insane. And I do feel bad. However, I also feel like based on this, especially the second part of the reunion, that she's got it. You know, I don't think that this is going to end and then she's going to go back and then have his babies. Like, I really hope not. I don't see that happening. I hope that she is like, okay, fuck that. Because the unfortunate truth is that a lot of people who are in relationships where they're getting manipulated by men specifically do not have the backup of the entire, you know, however millions of people watch Married at First Sight every week to reaffirm their feelings, and a lot of people are just getting straight gaslit into thinking that that's not true, and then that's why they end up staying with these partners, and it's a whole abusive cycle, right? However, I'm really glad that this was showcased in general, because although it was probably embarrassing for her, and I fucking hate that for her, I do feel like if this situation were going to happen to anybody, like I said, having it with the support and the backing and having everyone else see the evidence of how this person's trying to manipulate you and everyone else who's around you, that is a great lesson to be learned in a short amount of time. And I don't want to say with no damage, and I don't want to say with no long-term damage, because I'm sure that there is. It's very, you know, emotionally traumatizing. However, she didn't get married on a whim and this happened to her and then she just stayed with that person for 20 more years. You know, like, I'm at least glad that if it had to happen at all, then it happened in this way, where she has lots of support from lots of fans, obviously lots of support from her friends and family. As you can see from that second part of from the reunion, when her best friend or whatever was there, or was it her best friend or like her sister or cousin, something like that, and she was like, "Oh, I'm not as nice as Paige." I said, T, because neither the fuck am I. And I wish you fucking would get on this national television and talk about, "I wasn't attracted to the face." Kiss my ass. There's a lot of reasons for that I can suspect, one of which we already covered in the first video, but I will just touch on again, is the blatant colorism that I predict will be happening, because he's talking about there's tons of black queens, Hispanic queens, white queens in Atlanta, and you just picked the only black bitch who I wasn't attracted to? Like, oh, wait a damn minute, that's not the same. That is not the same. And the experts were saying, oh, he said that he was attracted to all kinds of people, you know, like, oh, it just doesn't matter, except for if you don't like her face, but you do like her body, fully willing to objectify her, then I wonder what the only difference could be between the girl who you just bought a Mercedes for and this girl. It's just something that we've seen way too often, like I said in that video too, especially in reality TV, of dark-skinned women just getting treated like absolute garbage, and I'm fucking over it. Like, no. That's what we're not about to do. That's what we are not about to do, okay? So I hope that they have some sort of redemption for this in the upcoming seasons, because we can't keep seeing this. We can't. I'm looking for dark-skinned black woman love story that has a happily ever after. Okay, and that's what we're gonna get. We're gonna find it somewhere, and we're gonna show those versions of representation and not just fucking black women out here getting manipulated. I can't. Oh, I also wrote on here the Chris not coming back because he's pussy. Okay, I said it. Allegedly, in my opinion, he's pussy. Because why would you not come back to face the rest of the group when you had no problem yelling at their fucking wives? Which I'm also about to get to in a second, because when we were in Vegas and then they decided to throw that back in, now everyone's in Vegas and you think that you're gonna yell and curse and step up to somebody's wife? I don't care if you got married 2 days ago and you met yesterday, which they quite literally did. You are not stepping to anybody's wife any type of way without there being serious repercussions, okay? I fucking wish somebody would. Wish somebody would. That is absolutely unacceptable. And if he is willing, first of all, can we just talk about the fact that if he is willing to blatantly disrespect his wife multiple times, within a span of like 3 days of knowing her, meeting her, and willing to get all types of rowdy with these other women because they have a concern about, they've known this woman for longer than you have. So first of all, what does your opinion even matter? It doesn't. And second of all, what do you look like stepping to a bunch of women who are concerned about your wife because you're the one who's having a baby outside of your marriage? Huh. Interesting. Seems like it's none of these women's fault except for you. The only pussy. Okay. Anyway, next up I'm going to talk about Haley and Jacob. Okay. Now, they are so fucking weird. Like, I feel like they're so fucking weird. I said in the last video and I'll say it again. Haley does look like this girl who went to my high school. If you did go to my high school, then you know exactly who the fuck I'm talking about. And yes, I'm sure they have the same personality. I do feel like they're giving him so much flack for not winning her over, even though she very clearly wanted nothing to do with him. And the guy who's doing their, what do you call it? The guy who's doing the interviews, the one who's hosting the reunion shows, he is just going in on him, which first of all, this man, the way that I would have been like, you need to back up out of my personal space 10 seasons ago, because the way that he's like going in on all this stuff, asking about the Ryan and Clara and the pressuring, it's like, oh my God. But for Haley and Jacob, I do feel like, I don't know what, I mean, it had to have been the sex. It had to have been the sex. There's no way that you fuck on the first night and then you immediately stop wanting to speak to that person for the next 6 months if it was good. Like, it had to be something severely wrong, and I just know that the other girls in that group know what it is, and I would love to fucking know. I promise, if any of you end up seeing this, I promise I won't tell anybody. Okay, just please tell me what the thing was. What was the weird thing? What was the weird thing that occurred? Fully sleeping together. What happened, sis? What happened? What happened? Because I feel like something definitely had to happen. I don't understand what these people's deals are with being like, oh, I'm so unattracted to you. Let's have sex and see if that makes it better. First of all, how are you going to have good sex with someone that you're not attracted to that you just met 2 days ago? It's not even like you have an emotional connection. It's not like you have an intellectual connection. How are you going to have a physical connection with like a whole stranger who you already don't like? It's not like a one-night stand where you're like, oh, you're cute or I'm drunk or something. You fully are like, you're fucking ugly. Pull it out. Like, what? Why would you say that to me? That's rude. I don't think that Jacob was as weird as everyone like paints him out to be. I mean, okay, like obviously we don't know, as a preface for this whole thing, we don't know who these people actually are. We don't know anything about them. I don't know anything about their lives. I'm not here to judge their lives. I'm only here to judge what we saw on TV because it was entertaining and it is reality television, okay? AKA, of course, it's not real. But still, I do feel like the host specifically, because I mean, the host is probably pushing the things that the audience wants to know. So the host specifically is asking or pushing a lot on Jacob about why didn't you try and woo her more? You know, why did you just accept that she wasn't unattracted or that she was unattracted to you? And I mean, what the fuck else are you supposed to do? Like, I feel that if you're fully like, oh, what's your favorite color? And she's like green. Like, okay. If that is how it actually was, which is how he said that it was. So, I mean, who fucking knows? I do feel like it could have been different, but also, I feel like, did Haley ever actually want to be married? Did she want to be in a relationship actually realistically, having been single for 7 years and like going back to loving her single life? I'm like, okay, girl, then why did you even bother? Like, what? Anyway, next we're going to move on to Virginia and Eric. So Virginia and Eric, I already said, they're giving very much MAGA. They're giving very much whitewashing. They're giving very, I'm trying to think of a nice word. Not even a nice word, just, they're giving alt-right. You know, I don't know how else to say it, but the difference in opinion of their views, I did talk about this in the last video, like I said, make sure you go watch it. But their difference in opinion as far as their values, specifically politically, I think is just absolutely unacceptable. I mean, honestly, this is not about puppies. It's not about like, should we get a cat or a dog? This is like, do you think black people deserve to live? And then they're like, haha, no. And then you're like, oh my God. How could you say that? How could you say that? Anyway, what do you want for dinner? Like, what? What? Huh? No. Could not be me, okay? Could not be me. Could not be me. I feel like those are the things we should start on. Then they're talking about, well, there's plenty of successful marriages where they have disagreeing political beliefs. I'm like, that's called performative activism, okay? And that means that you don't actually care if you're willing to support and be with every single day. And of course, adopt. If you're around anyone for long enough, you kind of blend your views, you kind of blend the things that you do. So now you're just going to be like, oh, well, now I've seen the bright side of conservatism. And I just think that the Negro should die. Like, excuse the fuck out of me. No. And the fact that that's like a point of not enough contention, I feel like, because hello, we should be maybe discussing that, because how are we going to raise our kids? Are they going to wear, MAGA hats, or are they going to, I don't know, maybe fight for equal rights? Who knows? But it's like a real toss-up, it could go either way. All right, next again is Clara and Ryan. Okay, so are they fucking? I'm just wondering, you're wondering, lots of us are wondering, do you think they're fucking now? Like, for real, for real? I feel like they have to be, but at the same time, I do have my concerns about, is Clara actually being satisfied? Because she clearly, as per her screaming on the show, like, why will you fuck me? I mean, it's like, maybe we're sensing some animosity here. Like, interesting. So I wonder if that is a thing that they are partaking in. I hope that they are. I hope that she is getting the good, whatever it is that she likes. So salute to you, Clara. I hope that you're doing great out there. Stay strong. Also, I do like Ryan's handlebar mustache. I'm kind of living for it. It is my jam, you could say. Oh, and then I also wanted to say about Clara and Ryan, because I don't really have any problems with them. I think that they're relatively cute. Like I said, I feel like that was their biggest issue, but that seemed kind of like a thing that you're going to deal with off camera, obviously. So I don't even blame them for that. But that does bring me to the point of the host just being so fucking pushy and being like, okay, so do you love her? So you haven't told her you love her yet. You haven't told her you love her yet. So do you love her? Are you going to divorce her? You already decided on decision day that you're not going to divorce her. So then why won't you just tell her you love her? Tell her you love her. Tell her you love her. And it's like, oh my God, like, first of all, I know that's what Clara wants, okay? And I do believe that somebody should be pushing him. However, I don't think it should be on national television. And I do think that you should tell her you love her. Like, hello, that's a thing you should do. Tell your wife that you love her, especially if you do love her. And if you don't love her, then you should be like, hey, here's why. But I think that weird in between is like, oh my God. And also, he had never said I love you to anyone else on the planet. So why would it be okay to pressure him into saying I love you now currently in front of all these millions of people? Like, that's awkward. What if he wanted to say I love you for the first time to her and then go fuck afterwards, huh? Because that's her dream. Like, we're killing two birds with one stone, but of course that could not happen because this fucking bald man in the suit in the TV screen is like, tell your wife you love her. So I thought that was a little bit much on his part. I am glad that Ryan did say it. I feel like he does feel it. The matchmaker said that they feel like he does feel it as well. It was just, it's none of my fucking business. None of this shit is, but I just think that it's interesting and I love watching them. I've watched all of these 12 seasons almost. And I think they're relatively cute. I think that they will be great together. And last but not least, of course, Vincent and Brianna. We are going to end this on a happy note, of course, because I love them. I have literally nothing to say about them other than I stan. Queen, queen, queen. King vibes only. I love them. I think they're so cute. I think they're both very genuine, very kind. I think that they both want to be together, which is extremely impressive for an arranged marriage that they've never seen each other before. So love that for them. And I really like the way that they've just been working together throughout the season. And I think it's so cute. I think that their fights, like I said in that other video, have been relatively minor. It's not anything too crazy, not anything that I feel like can't be worked out in the future. And I think that they're just adorable. I think that they both really are trying to fit well in the other person's life. And I think that's so cute. She's an engineer. Love that for her. Queen energy. And him talking about how he tells everyone about it. I'm like, oh, like you guys are so cute. I absolutely love them so much. I hope that they live happily ever after for the rest of their lives. Do you think they're going to have kids? I don't know. I mean, she did talk about that, like, oh, I don't know if I want to have kids, or I'm scared to have kids because of my health complications. And I'm like, first of all, girl, a child out of this uterus? I think not. So I'm all with that. However, I do feel like I do see it for them because they both like low-key want them, or at least he does want them, and she's a little bit iffy about it, about like carrying one. But I think that they would do it. I think they would do it pretty well. Looks like the healthiest relationship of the season. So let's give it up for them. Woo! Yay! Yay! They're the least toxic. They should get a gold medal. Oh my God, should this be a competition show where the couple who's the least toxic at the end gets like a vacation? I think that would be really fun and exciting. Right? That would be cute. So yeah, those are my final thoughts. I really don't have anything else other than that. I just thought that this season was absolutely a damn mess from day one. And this shit was pretty much just crazy. I mean, obviously, Chris and Paige really carried us through the roller coaster, and everyone else was kind of along for the ride, but I did love it. I always love these shows. I'm a sucker for some trash-ass reality television. If you have any other trash-ass reality television shows that you're watching that you think I would enjoy, I watch Love Island, all the different continents. I watch, you know, oh God, I have to pee all of a sudden, so I have to wrap this up. But I watch all kinds of trash reality TV. If you do too, please leave some recommendations of things that you want me to watch and maybe do some reviews for, because I would love to. And make sure that you're subscribed to the channel so you can see more of my content, more of this lovely face. If you want to follow me on my other socials, they will be linked down below, including my merch. We have made our first merch sale, yay, which I'm so excited about. So thank you so much for that. And like this video if you want to see more like it. Comment down below who was your favorite couple of this season. And last but not least, have a great day, have a great life, do what it is that you do, and follow me for more. Bye!